Hey y'all, it's your girl Demi Marie, and today we are going to review the trades I've taken in the month of October that were losing and winning trades. Okay, we're going to break this down. I'm going to go ahead in a moment and pull up a screen recording of my trading view, and I'm going to give you like little tips and notes on my entry system and why I took the trade, how come it was a losing trade, how come it was a winning trade. All right, let's get into the video.
Alrighty, y'all, we are going to get into the video. I'm just going to go ahead and pull up my Notion. Notion is like a cloud-based notebook. I use it a lot. I use it for everything. I'm alive. I'm not even going to lie. But today I'm going to show you just a glimpse of how I mark up my charts. We're going to focus on the micro Russell for today. We are going to get into it. I actually recorded this video twice, you guys. The first time I had to get a new microphone and I just didn't want to like put something out there that sounded bad. And then the second time I literally recorded a whole 30+ minute video with no mic. Like my little mini mic was flashing and it just didn't pick up anything. But it's kind of like a glimpse and preview of how I just journal my trades. I take screenshots, write down my notes. Sometimes I might screen record. But let's really get into the video. Okay, we're gonna go to October 2nd. And basically for this picture right here, this is a clear visual of how like I marked up the trend channel, and then this yellow kind of like right triangle arrow area right here shows that this was like break of structure, and then I took this entry in for a nice bullish entry. Okay, and then let me actually show you guys a screenshot within the smaller time frames. Mind you, I'm showing screenshots because I have all my markings on TradingView, but I literally have it set like on the interval to only show like on the 1 minute, the 2 minute, and like the 5 minute. And then since it's now the middle of November, I can't go back in TradingView all the way to October on the 1 minute time frame. I could go back on it on the 15 minute, 30 minute, and the higher time frames, but like I don't have any drawings on those higher time frames. So this definitely was a mental note onto like how I'm going to be like doing my trading review videos. Like I'm gonna do it on a daily basis. Like say I'm gonna do my trades for the day and then record the content for that day, because I don't like how thorough I can be and like exact I can be, because the markets are not going to be the same. So we're just going to go off screenshots, and like I said, the next video will definitely be better, but I just want to get this out there because I definitely learned a lot within this month of October. So as you see, like right here on the 15-minute time frame, the candles are bigger, and then this is kind of a preview of what it looks like on the smaller time frame. Oops, this is the wrong picture. I'm gonna just go like this. So on a 5 minute, and then on this is the 1 minute. This is where I take all of my entries on the 1 minute. So you can clearly see I entered at the price broke structure. Okay, now we're gonna move to, because I definitely did miss this morning bearish swing, which I was kind of mad about, but sometimes I don't get mad. I just wait for the next entry. If all my confirmations are lined up, I enter a trade. And this is why I say it's very good for me to like journal, and not for me, but if you're getting into trading, please journal. Don't only note take the losses that you get from a trade. Journal those wins. Be like, yeah, I entered in because my EMAs crossed. My RSI was overbought or oversold. The MACDs had crossed. You know what I'm saying? Or price finally broke above the pre-market high, the pre-market low. Have your confirmations. This is really like how you're going to build your own strategy. You can watch on YouTube and note take other people's strategy and test it out for yourself and see how it works from you, but you have to do the journaling and the time and effort yourself for you to get where you want to be. So the next one that we're going to go to is going to be the 21st. On the 21st, I caught clean bearish continuation setups like on this pair. Price definitely rejected the previous day's high and failed to reclaim that 8 a.m. high, confirming my downside bias. And across all of my time frames, as you guys know, I take my entries either on the 1 minute or the 2 minute, but honestly, it's on the 1 minute. I get my bias from the 4 hour and the 1 hour time frame, and then I will like set my support and resistance, and I go from there. You know what I'm saying? I go from there. After I mark up support and resistance, that's when I will kind of play into the indicators, like I said, the MACD, the RSI, and the EMAs. My favorite EMA is the 100 EMA. I use that as a not reversal level, but if price taps it or goes through it, I know that a reversal is happening. That's the best way I can explain it. And then on this setup right here, I believe I had, hold on. Okay, I believe for this day, I'm gonna get into I believe because this entry was my last entry for the day. But for let me maximize right here. Like I said, guys, well, before I get into it, this 9:30 through 10 a.m. is supposed to be low. I think I just cloned this 9:30 to 10 a.m. high, and I forgot to change it from high to low, but it's red. So know that it's a low indicator. I mean, it's a low level marker, okay? Um, I had winning trade, losing trade because the wick was reserved was reversing. I believe I broke not broke even on this trade. I think I had a minimal, probably like one. When I seen that price was reversing when the wick was going up, I honestly exit out. I cannot say exactly how much it was a loss or a win, but I know that this trade was kind of like a break even trade. This trade was a losing trade. I thought that price was going to surpass the lowest candle area it went to after 10 a.m., but price eventually went up. And I was mad at myself because I felt like I should have reversed. Is it reverse or switch? Because you know in TradingView you have an option to close, modify, and then it has like the up arrow and bottom arrow for you to like flip the trade. Say if you're in a buy, if you're in if you have a buy contract and you want to switch over onto a sell, you're able to do that. This was one of the trades on this day. I was mad that I didn't hit reverse. Instead of I just exit out the trade and I just waited for more entries. I did catch this entry right here for a bullish, not bullish, for a bearish. I did catch this bearish entry. This one was a losing one. Took away my profits from this trade right here because, like I said, I thought price was going to continue down. As you could really see, I really was in and out of this trade right here. I wanted to be, like I said, in and out. And then I followed my instincts and switched it. Switched it instead of closing it, switched it and caught that nice bullish entry. Okay. And then for the last trade I did take on this day, I seen that price was performing. I think it's either like a falling or rising wedge. I think this might be a rising or falling. Don't judge me in the comments. You can put it down in the comments, whichever one it was. But I caught this triangle. I caught this triangle. So as you can see right here, price had a falling or rising wedge. I can't remember if it's falling or rising, but I know that like, hey, price definitely tapped this area twice, and I'm seeing higher lows. So I marked at the zone. I said, hey, price can go up or it could go down. I put a sell stop below I believe it was below the 4 hour high, and then I put a buy stop above the previous day high. Okay, right here. So I set both sell stops and buy stops. I also set alerts. So when price went in my direction, I was happy. I was very happy. It was a one and done trade off of me just trusting my setup, trusting my markings, and waiting for price to do what it do. Okay. The second to last one that we're going to go over definitely will be for, we could go over this one. Let me see. Where's my other screen? Hold on. Where's my other screenshot for this day? Because for this trade right here, I traded outside of my rules. Okay. Normally, I don't trade past 10 a.m. If you see me take a trade between the hours of 10 a.m. and 2 p.m., it's because my entry confirmations, like I said, if you see me take a setup between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m., it's because my confirmation setup was aligning. Okay, y'all. I promise y'all, I like to take my trades before 10 a.m. I like to be done at 10 a.m. And around 2 during the power hour from 2 to 4, I'll probably catch an entry. But honestly, honey, once price tapped this 8 a.m. low, not once, not twice, but 3 times, I got it for an entry. I literally got it for an entry, literally right below that 8 a.m. Low level marker. I was in and out. I do have a thing where I'm trying to stop exiting my winning trades early. Because I'll do three things. I will either exit a winning trade early, I will enter a winning trade I will exit a winning trade early, enter in a winning trade early, and catch all and won't wait for the retest, because then I will enter in the trade and I literally have to go through the emotion and psychology mindset of waiting for a price to go in a direction. You know what I'm saying? I hate that. I literally rather just wait for price to reverse and then go in for my entries. And then the last thing will be entering a trade too late. I would enter in a trade too late. Like, say, like sometimes I will set an alert, but not set a sell stop or like a buy stop, and I'll miss the whole entire play. And then I'll try to enter in a trade, and I'll enter in like losing trades because I'm FOMOing. I fear missing out. I wanted to try to get back my losses because I forgot to enter it. Not I forgot, but I didn't enter in the trade when I was supposed to. I'm entering in late. I got, you know what I'm saying? It was just, excuse me, those things that I'm just realizing that I'm doing because of my journaling. I'm getting better, and we're gonna go through this process together. But as you can see, I did enter in a trade past like 10:15, but like I said, it was a clear setup for me. I'm just mad that I did not stay in this trade longer. And then you see I was kind of in and out of this trade right here, but you could really see how it was a losing trade because I entered in on this candle and I literally closed out. Once this wick went like that, I closed out. Okay, I'm saying I'd rather keep my losses minimum. And then I entered in when price was under like kind of like this zone right here. You can literally see from where I entered in on this candle. Price finally went past, excuse me, this level. And then I anticipated another entry right here, but I don't think I took this entry. I was done for the day, just for these two trades. I didn't want to be chasing. Like I said, I'm not trying to trade 11 a.m. I just have no luck. So I think from this screenshot was just from seeing that price had passed my DDMS level. DDMS level stands for Dim Dollars Market Structure. If you really want to know what this level is, I'm not going to explain it because it was taught to me. You guys need to follow Stock Bay, Jessica Ramos. She is an A1 teacher. If y'all want a teacher, my YouTube, I am only sharing my journaling, sharing my process, vlogs, like a day in a life type of like YouTube. That's what I'm aiming for. I'm not trying to be a teacher. I will share what I learned, my wins, my losses, and how I operate the market. But if y'all want a teacher, Jessica Ramos. She is a no bullshit, get it done. She will teach you how to she will teach you how to literally calculate your own risk to rewards. She goes through each drawings, each indicators. Like, she just, my hat goes off to her because she definitely changed my trading strategy. She definitely changed my trading strategy with my options. Like, mind you guys, I've been doing options since 2019. And I'm saying I made my first 4-figure payout from her courses and following her steps and everything like that. I just personally switched over to options from futures is because I wasn't trying to deal with the theta and the gamma and the data and the delta and the gamma and the theta. I just didn't want to deal with all those extra steps. That is a personal preference. Okay, options is very lucrative. I still do it. I trade options underneath my son's his trading account. Okay, like I have a trading account in my son's name, and I trade in that for his revenue, his earnings for his future. Try to like build his investment account and stuff like that. But for me, I like to focus on futures. It's in and out. I don't have to worry about a whole bunch of extra steps on why money's being taken away and if I hold it on for a day. You know what I'm saying? I learned I'm not a swing trader. I learned from options from made me switch from futures from options to futures. I'm not a swing trader, y'all. I like to be in and out. And to me, futures just work best for me when I'm in and out. But just to explain this drawing, I most definitely had this drawing right here because price was definitely below my market structure level. But I believe, like I said, TradingView, I wish I could show y'all an example. Let me go like on my one. Like I said, I save my long and short positions on my 1 minute time frame. This is literally the best example I can show y'all. You see how on TradingView it doesn't go past November 9th? And like you could see like my little markings and drawings right here, but it's not going to show me the chart. This is literally exactly what I mean. But maybe let me go on a 5 minute. I could probably catch. You see, I have more drawings right here. I think I deleted most of them because, like, say how you have the long and short position drawings, it'll be like this. Y'all, TradingView literally on its own, I have no idea why, it expanded my long and short position. So, like, literally, my charts were looking like this. It was looking like that. So that's why I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just do my notes from my Notion and we're gonna do it from this, you know what I'm saying? Because it was just like, you know what I'm saying? Like I was just gonna do it like this because I don't know. I feel like TradingView, like I said, it taught me to just do my daily recap videos on a daily basis. So I don't have to deal with that. So we're not gonna worry about that. But since I do have micro Russell on a bigger time frame, you could clearly see where between the days of October 13th and until October 13th to the end of the month of October, you could see that price clearly respected my support and resistance zones. You could literally clearly see that. Okay. Okay, let's see. What was the next one I wanted to cover? Like this. Looking at Forex Factory is definitely important because it could kind of give you like an idea of what type of volume you are going to get for the day. I would say, like, to me support, I don't know, like to me I use Forex Factory for volume analysis. Okay, I use Forex Factory for volume analysis. That's the best way I can describe it. You know, red candles will be as like high alerts, news is coming out. Price might spike up really high, might spike up really low. You know what I'm saying? Yellow candles is kind of like the market is kind of moving regular. But I literally would ask ChatGPT, I'll send them a screenshot this calendar and say, hey, give me a technical economic analysis on the current news events that's happening for today and how it relates to my current pairs. Like I said, I mainly focus on the micro Russell 2000, micro gold, and micro NASDAQ. And that's what I do. And then it will literally give me analysis. Utilize AI, you guys. I don't let AI trade for me, but utilize it. Utilize it, utilize it, utilize it. Then we're going to move forward. So that was just a quick run through on basically just on how I journal my trades. Like I said, I've literally been using Notion for over a year now. I would say since like last November. I will do another video going thoroughly through what I use my Notion for, how I use it, the pictures I get from my Pinterest and stuff like that. This was kind of like a clarity mindset checklist. I kind of creative with my chat GBT, because like I said, I literally get a scarcity mindset sometimes when I enter in a trade, and all my rules go out the window, and that's not good. You definitely want to stay on track of your checklist. If stuff is not aligning, going shoulda coulda woulda is not going to get you far, unless it's like one in a million, flip a coin, you might get your pick. You know what I'm saying? So definitely don't guess when you trade. And I will be doing another video to go over thoroughly on how I really use my Notion for all my projects, whether that's skin, workouts, day-to-day maintenance and stuff like that. But this is not going to be the video for it. So I just wanted to go ahead and end this video. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.